Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King 3, and today I'm going to be giving you part 19 of What If Naruto Was Betrayed by Hagoromo. Remember to get this one to 200 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends in your social media platform, and also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new series that I posted over in Anime King 2, What If Naruto Was Too Advanced for His Age, and enjoy that guys. And he also posted a new episode over on Anime King of What If Naruto Was the God of Lightning. So go ahead and check out that and enjoy that as well guys. And remember, if you're new, to go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. And yeah, without further ado, what do you say we begin this new episode? Start the intro. So, the last time we left off, Yujito was surprised and confused at the things that Naruto told her right there. He took the Raikage's arm and also killed Killer Bee. As Naruto spoke to her that the Raikage didn't really care much about her, but he seemed to care about his brother a lot more, as she knew that the man only saw her as a weapon, but she was still a Kumo ninja, and she promised that she would serve Kumo with her life. But in the moment she couldn't access any of the Nibi chakra, seeing that there was some strange seal here. Yes, the Namikaze compound was surrounded by a seal that suppressed Bijuu's chakra, so the moment she couldn't use any at all. As Mito was taken towards the council room, as Naruto made his way there along with Jiraiya and Sasuke, the council members wanted to know what the hell was going on, as they heard that Naruto just took the Jinchuriki. As Naruto told them that he would keep her for now. After all, having defeated the ATL Jinchuriki and killed him, not to mention taking the Raikage's arm, that's supposed to have a little bit of credit behind it, right? They were surprised. They never knew that Naruto killed the ATL Jinchuriki. They only thought he defeated him and forced him to run. But the two elders were still against that. But there was a big problem there. None of them could enter the Namikaze Manor. And not to mention, Namikaze Manor was warded by seals, so the Jinchuriki would be perfectly safe there. And Naruto was with hand her over no matter what. So that left them with nothing at all. As Naruto and Jiraiya and Sasuke and Mito made their way, they were going to find Tsunade. As Naruto came back home, as he told Haku something, as she nodded. As Haku turned towards Yujito, they left. As she asked if she was hungry, Yujito was still, well, uncomfortable by this all, as she was a prisoner here, but yet they were treating her like she was, well, a part of some strange family. That was still out of the question. She couldn't stay here. She had to return home, but at the moment she could not do anything, so she had to just stay behind. The group was making their way, as Jiraiya was still trying to get Naruto's attention, but Naruto was still blowing him off, as Jiraiya decided to teach Mito the Rasengan. He thought that Naruto would be interesting, but Naruto wasn't interested at all. Making their way, they went through many towns, but they found no sign of Tsunade, until they stopped by another town, as it was late in night. As Naruto had paid for the rooms, Mito wasn't sleeping as she was too busy working on the Rasengan. Sasuke wasn't sleeping either, as Naruto was on the roof as he felt two chakra signature, one of them feeling so familiar. Itachi and Kisame came. They tried to kidnap Mito, but that alerted Sasuke, and that alerted Naruto as well, who already knew, as he came behind Kisame. Kisame was surprised that Kid was so fast and light on his feet, as the battle was about to start. So yeah guys, so basically as we left off, you guys can switch across and please check it out for yourself. So what is to begin this new episode? We begin this episode a couple days before Itachi and Kisame made their way towards Mito location to kidnap her. All of them were gathered. The top secret organization, the Akatsuki, composed of all S-rank missing names, had one goal, and that was collect all the Bijuus. The leader glanced down towards all of them. His eyes of legends, looked down towards them before he spoke. Recent development has come into view, he said. As he turned towards a strange creature that was there, half black, half white, as the body was in a Phoenix flytrap. Zetsu, tell them what you've learned. Well, as by now all of you must know about the attack on Konoha from the sand, the sound, and Kumo. I'm still surprised that they survived that attack, said Kisame. Well, there's a reason why they survived, said Zetsu. One person. Huh? Said Deidara. They're telling me that one person stopped all of that. Was it the Hokage? Is he still that strong? No, it wasn't the Hokage. It was a 12-year-old boy. Wait, what? Said Hidan. You gotta be joking, right? A kid stopped the entire invasion? He's the main reason why they won. What do you mean by that? Asked Kisame. His name is Naruto Uzumaki. He's the brother of the Jinchuriki that we're going after. And that boy was able to single-handedly take the Raikage's arm as a trophy. And not to mention, kill the ATL Jinchuriki. Wait, what? Said Kisame. Yes. If I didn't see it for myself, I would think that it was false news as well. Zetsu said. As Zetsu was informing them about this, he was leaving out a lot of things. Things that he would never tell them because, well, things that only he need to know. The reason why Zetsu did not contact Naruto was because there was too much. Too many Konoha ninjas rushing toward his side once the battle was over with the ATL Jinchuriki. But Zetsu knew where he is now. Zetsu saw the eyes. Yes, he saw those eyes. The Rinnegan. And he was not mistaken. Those were the eyes that belong to Naruto Otsutsuki. They might not have the Megatama in them, but somehow it was him. Somehow he still lived. And Zetsu was going to contact him soon enough. But at the moment he needed to keep certain information away from them. Zetsu had saw what he did. He literally sucked the ATLs from the Jinchuriki and he sealed inside his own body. But the way the boy reacted and spoke, giving Zetsu recent, well, watching, he didn't seem to be Naruto Otsutsuki. He seemed to be another person entirely. That was confusing Zetsu the most. But he will find out what was going on. So what now? Is all of the plans in shambles because the ATL Jinchuriki is dead? No. The Biju chakra will reform. We will just have to wait. How long? Said Deidara. It doesn't matter how long it takes, said Pain. Zetsu will keep on scouting out the other Jinchurikis before we make our move. It will be best for us to gather all of the Jinchurikis before the ATL reform. So once it does, that will be a quick take. Well, if you say so, said Kisame. So, is the schedule gonna change around now that the ATLs is now gone? Yes. You and Itachi still remain on 9 ATL Jinchuriki though. But, you have to take great, extreme caution. This boy will try to protect his sister. Wait, how is one brat so strong anyway? Is he some kind of strange prodigy, having some strange power? Pain turned towards Zetsu. At that I don't know yet. I was unable to get too close. Seeing the invasion, there was a lot of ninjas running around. But the boy is incredibly strong. I have no idea how he's doing this. But I'll keep a close eye on him to find out what is going on. The meeting was over after their new targets were assigned to them. But Zetsu hadn't finished his scouting yet, so they had nothing to go after yet. They just had to keep on collecting bounties and making money for the organization. Meanwhile, at Hidden Rain, Pain was on his tower. It is only once in a generation where someone can battle a Kage and a Jinchuriki can win. That should be impossible, yes. How was someone that powerful? Not to mention he was just a 12-year-old kid. Zetsu hadn't told him what made the boy so powerful, but the news reports are coming in from rapid areas. The sand ninjas, the sound ninjas, even Kumo ninjas. The news was spreading about this Naruto Uzumaki. And Pain intended to see, because he knew this boy was going to cost him in the future. He wanted to see what made this boy so special. Back to the present time, as Zetsu was watching, his eyes firmly planted into the wall at the scene in front of him. Meanwhile, Sasuke was cursing up a storm against Itachi. You know, I bet he's gonna do something stupid and like rushing to attack Itachi or something like that. He thinks he's gotten stronger, but He's not really that strong, you know? I'm not sure he will do something like that. He might be a kid, but he's not that naive, right? I mean, Uchihas are supposed to be smart, said Kisame. Both of them talked like they were old pals. Well, you want to bet, said Naruto. How much are we talking here? How about 1,000 Ryu, said Naruto. You're on, brat, said Kisame as he shook Naruto's hand. As the both of them turned towards the scene. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lightning started crackling around Sasuke's hand. And now, you die, he says, he ripped through the wall. Naruto smiled. My god, he's stupid, said Kisame. Itachi watched his brother coming towards him, as he simply narrowed his eyes. Sasuke shot his hand forward, as Itachi reached out to grab it. But at the last moment, Sasuke pivoted on his feet, spinning around Itachi with grace. Suddenly, chains shot towards Itachi from Mito. Sasuke was now behind Itachi as he drove his Chidori forward to end his brother's life, and the chains were going to impale him from the front. Only for Itachi to explode in a flock of crows as Sasuke Chidori smashed in the chains, grinding them. Mito winced as she had to recall her chains immediately, as Sasuke had tore off a few links. Are you okay? Sasuke asked. I'm fine. Don't worry, she said. Where did he go? Stupid little brother. Sasuke wasted no time. Chidori Senbon, he said. He released hundreds of Senbon needles that were made from pure Chidori. Something he has been working on. As they launched towards Itachi. Itachi burst into crows again that simply surrounded the entire hallway. You still don't have enough power to face me. As Sasuke narrowed his eyes around, his three-totem Sharingan glancing everywhere. Then come out and face me and stop hiding like a coward, he shouted. Itachi simply materialized. Yo, Itachi, said Naruto. As Itachi glanced towards Naruto. Have you heard about recent news? Yes, I have. A lot of it has to do with you, Naruto-kun. Sasuke clenched his fists as he was being ignored. Yeah, I took the Raikage's hand, and he even killed the Tail Jinchuriki, said Naruto. And now you're here after Mito, so I guess me taking that Jinchuriki's life really messed up your plans. Itachi's face remained blank. Neutral as ever, said Naruto. So what now? Do you really want to fight us here? And forcefully try to take my sister? And you, fish guy, said Naruto. What? Said Kisame. Well, you do know that you look like a fish, right? More like a shark. Was your mother or father a shark or something? Naruto asked. I mean, how would that even work? Did your father did it with a shark? Kisame smirked. You have a lot of balls, kid. Too bad. As he raised his giant blade in the air. Whoa. He brought it down towards Naruto. The ground broke and shattered under Naruto's feet as the blade collided with him. Kisame blinked, as it was a staff that Naruto was holding onto that blocked his blade with ease. Kisame was confused. He wasn't holding that staff a minute ago. It just materialized out of what? Ear? I think mine's a bit better, said Naruto. As he pushed Kisame back. Kisame's eyes widened at the brutal amount of strength that was coming from this one brat. But he was not one to be outdone, as he added more chakra and brought Samihata down, the ground cracking even more. Sasuke saw his brother was not facing towards him. He nodded towards Mito. Chains exploded from the ground and wrapped around Itachi. As Itachi was now trapped, Sasuke shot forward once again as he leaped up in air. Chidori, he said, as his hand ripped right through Itachi, only for his entire body to pass through Itachi, as Itachi bursts into nothingness. Sasuke, he heard. Sasuke flared his chakra. Damn it. He quickly ducked on the swipe. Itachi nearly punched him in the face. To think that he was caught in a genjutsu even his Sharingan activated. He couldn't afford to hold back anymore. Sasuke started tapping into the curse mark power, as this mark has been rather good to him so lately, especially when fighting off against Gaara. It should be able to help now, as a flood of silver chakra flushed through his system. Itachi narrowed his eyes as Sasuke's Sharingan became, well, silver. There was a slight change to it. The totem in Sasuke's eyes became a bit silver more than black, as Sasuke Chidori started magnifying his hand. Meanwhile, before anything could be said or done, Sasuke had to move out of the way. Something was thrown right across the hallway as it smashed into the wall. Laughter could be heard as Kisame pulled himself out of the wall. I have to give you props, kid, you're strong. Itachi, let me have my fun, this kid is something else. Both of them shot forward, breaking the ground as they run. Samihata and Naruto's staff pulled back before they smashed together. A destructive force exploded from contact. A wave that slammed into Mito and Sasuke. Even Itachi had to jump away. The entire hallway was shredded, walls torn, doors blasted open, ground and ceiling cracking. Kisame was pushed back by the force. Surprise spread across his face as he couldn't believe it. But yet, he was smiling. This was more fun than he ever had in some time now. Naruto twists and lifts up his staff before he brought it down. A great burst of wind exploded from a tip that ripped through the ceiling, splitting all the clouds in the sky to show how far the burst of wind went. It went straight up before descending the pressure down. Kisame jumped back just in time. His robe, the front of it, was slashed clean open. If he hadn't moved, his face would have been split in half. He twisted Samihata and brought it around, all for Naruto to stab his staff right into it, and 3 points on the end of it, piercing Samihata's scales. Samihata screeched and tossed around. The thing seemed to be in pain as Naruto ripped out his staff before pivoting on his feet and launched his foot forward. Kisame brought up his hand to block the kick, only for Naruto's feet to connect with it. A booming sound could be heard as a ripple of force was sent through the hallway, once again tearing it to pieces. Kisame's body was thrown as it broke through the wall, crashing outside violently. Picking himself out of the crate that his body created, Kisame started to get fluctuated with power. As Naruto landed, boom, the entire suit was destroyed. Him himself was surrounded by silver chakra. Now this is what I'm talking about, said Naruto. Fight like this, to get the blood pumping. Kisame smirked. I couldn't ask for it better, he said. The both of them shot forward. An explosion happened as they made contact. The both of them fighting for dominance. Kisame's eyes widened as he was being slowly overpowered. Samihata, he gripped his blade, forcing more chakra down, only to realize the chakra was being sapped from Samihata. Naruto then disappeared, shocking Kisame. He was no longer there. Before he felt it, Kisame felt like death itself was descending upon him as he twisted just in time. Lucky he did, as Naruto's staff came down, stabbing into the earth. Naruto lashed out with a leg still in mid-air. It caught Kisame right on the chin. As Kisame heard something snap as his body was thrown back. Before he could hit the wall, though, Naruto appeared behind him, his hand coating that same silver chakra before he launched his palm. A white dragon made from silver chakra smashed into Kisame as he cried out in pain. His body was sent sailing before rolling on the ground. Naruto grabbed his staff and jumped up in the air. As he brought it down, the entire atmosphere changed. Cold winds were rushing violently. As he twirled it, the sky split open once again as lightning, golden lightning rained from the heavens. Kisame leaped away just in time as lightning struck. Boom! A massive crater embedded in the ground. Naruto chakra started to flare even more. Everyone had to hold on to what they had as everything was being blown away. Mito's eyes widened as she saw the place was getting destroyed. He had to calm down. Sasuke was not focused on Itachi at the moment because this was dire. Itachi was shocked. Kisame got to his feet, loving the fight so much he did not even see that everything around him was getting destroyed. All because of this one boy. The earth started to crack. The houses, the buildings started to vibrate with power. Meanwhile, Jiraiya was making his way as fast as possible. What the hell was going on? Come on, we're not done yet, said Naruto. It's been ages since I had so much fun. As his eyes started to shift, before it could shift completely. Big brother, stop, Mito cried out. As people were running for their life that were in the city. Naruto blinked as Kisame charged towards him. Samihata inches away from Naruto's face to knock him out. But it was stopped. Smoke erupted in front of Naruto. as a toad blocked it with gauntlets on his arms. Kisame pouted. Huh, seems your fun was over. As he jumped back. What the hell is going on, said Jiraiya, as he narrowed his eyes, looking around in destruction. Even Naruto was kind of surprised by that. Huh, he was having so much fun, he guess he was taking a bit too far. While fighting in the forest of Konoha, there was nothing out there to be destroyed, just trees and woods. But here, as cracks were splitting across the ground going towards building. Huh, just a result of him fighting nearly level a complete village. You need to calm the hell down, Jiraiya said, frantic at the entire situation. Naruto took a deep breath in and out, as he glanced to see Mito, holding on for dear life. The building that they were in, the hotel, was trembling the same way. As the trembling started to calm down, did he just create an earthquake? As Naruto glanced over, Itachi, I guess this is where you flee, huh? Itachi looked at Naruto, still amazed by what he just saw. He had more to report to the leader, as a pair of eyes were watching the entire thing. Kisame, Itachi said. Well kid, it's been fun. Perhaps we can tangle another time. Kisame slammed his hands together as a torrent of water surrounded him and Itachi, and they were gone. Hey, where's my money? Naruto shouted. He felt something as he tilted his head. Something embedded into the ground. It was a kunai. 1,000 Ryu was attached to it. Naruto picked it up. At least you stick to your word, he shouted. As Jerry looked at Naruto and shook his head. Just what in the hell happened? Meanwhile, Itachi and Kisame arrived a distance away. Kisame suddenly dropped towards his knees. As he was coughing, Itachi was surprised. Blood. Are you okay? Itachi asked. Huh. Well, I guess I really underestimated that kid. His hits are more stronger than I thought. And that attack. Kisame wiped the blood away from his mouth as he looked towards Samihata. As Samihata was healing, but it was in bad state, as he couldn't use it for some time. To believe that the kid could put his sword in this condition and him in this condition as well. And they haven't even went all out, he could tell that. That kid is certainly something. Itachi, did you see his eyes? Yes, I did. They were changing before it was stopped. How could one boy cause so much destruction? Just by fighting. He literally pulled lightning from the heavens. Just what in the world is he, Itachi? I don't know. Meanwhile, Jiraiya finished explaining to them what exactly the Akatsuki was. As Gaia came by as well, as he came to inform them about the threat that came to Konoha. But they already dealt with it. So there's nothing that he could do here, and he had to went back to the village. Mito stood there, feeling no, well, sad. The reason of her, well, sadness was because once again she was going to be causing trouble for her brother and others around her. Because of what she contained, people was going to be coming after her and her brother, and others around her as well. As Naruto looked towards her, you okay? Yeah, she said. No, you're not, he said to her. What do you mean? I said I'm fine. I should be asking you that question. You nearly destroyed an entire village by just fighting. You realize you're taking things too far most of the time, right? Well, I guess I was, said Naruto. But luckily my little sister was there to snap me out of it. As Naruto patted her head and ruffled her hair. Stop that, she said. You know I don't like that, as she fixed back her hair. As Naruto smiled at her. It doesn't matter, he said. What do you mean? It doesn't matter if the world is after you. I'll protect you no matter what. I know that, but I don't want you to get hurt. Mito, have you seen the things I've done recently? Yeah. Do you really believe any of those guys are gonna get past me to go to you? But I want to be able to protect myself as well. And you can, said Naruto. Just a bit more training. Think about it, Mito. Which one of the academy students near here can defeat you? None. We all know that I'm special, I'm just a different case. But you've been through so much. You've trained so hard. Not even Sasuke is as strong as you. And you know that, right? Yeah, she said. Not to mention you've been keeping something away from me. She narrowed her eyes. What's that? Don't know, said Naruto. But you seem like you're holding on to something big. That you want to show me what you did not. Well, it's a secret, she said. And what is it, Naruto asked. It's my little secret. But you're gonna tell your big brother, right? No. Why? Because when I show you, I want you to be proud of me. So, I'm not just gonna tell you, I want to show you. Show me what? Not now. I'm not ready yet. Fine, said Naruto. But remember what I said. It doesn't matter who's after you. It could be the world. I'll still stand by your side and protect you no matter what. As she nodded, before hugging him, as he hugged her back. I love you, big brother, she said. I love you too, he said, as he ruffled her hair once again. Hey, she shouted. Time skip. The group went to another day of travel as he found nothing at all. Jiraiya went to do some research. For once, Naruto was sleeping as he was tired. Yes, all that searching to find nothing at all. At the moment, he was being watched. Yes. As the group had made their way to another hotel, Jiraiya told Naruto to be cautious and not go and destroy the place once again. Well, Naruto was one that paid for damages at the hotel. But that doesn't even budge him because, well, the kid's a millionaire. So yeah, he has nothing to worry about when it comes to that. At the moment, Naruto was currently sleeping, as he was twisting and turning in his bed. Sasuke, on the other hand, wasn't having a good time. He was furious. Once again, Itachi got out of his grasp. But you remember something that calmed him. Flashback. Sasuke was pouting on the rooftop, as it was late in the afternoon. They still haven't found the new Hokage yet. It was about time for him to turn in and get some sleep. Hey, said a voice, as Mito jumped on the rooftop after done talking to her brother. Hey, he said. You're angry, aren't you? Sasuke clenched his fists. I know, she said, as she came and placed a hand on his shoulder. I know that you must be upset that once again he slipped by us. But don't worry, Sasuke. You will meet him again in the future. I wasn't ready. Next time you will be. What if I'm not? What if, after all of this training, he still bests me without even thinking? You were able to hold your own back there and not get completely humiliated. So I wouldn't call that him not doing anything against you. After all, you and I both know that Itachi is past a normal ninja of skill. After all, wasn't he an Anvu by the time he was 12? I mean, he's strong. Naruto is strong, said Sasuke. Yeah, but my brother is a different case completely. But if you ever want to talk, just know I'm here, right? I don't want you to go through all of this alone, just thinking that you don't have anyone to talk to. I want you to know that I'm always here with you, Sasuke, she said. I promised you a long time ago that I'll help you. And I meant it. Sasuke nodded. Thanks, he said. Don't mention it, said Mito. That at least calmed him a bit down. In the flashback, Sasuke released a long sigh. Yes, next time he will get him, no matter what. Itachi would not continue to best him no matter what. Meanwhile, Naruto was twisting and turning as Mito was asleep. A beautiful, blissful sleep. Inside of Naruto's dream, he was standing in front of a wild field. His senses were on edge. Everything about him was ticked off. He was angry. He was pissed. He was violent. Something was messing with his senses. Something was wrong. Definitely wrong. As he looked around the area, his eyes seeing nothing but blood red. Rage. Rage that he never felt before was building inside of him. Something was bad. Twisted. A power that was unnatural. Something that frightened him. To make him be on edge so much. As he didn't know what was going on. He then saw a strange wall in front of him. Looking towards the wall, that was where all this rage was coming from. This massive amount of power that was trying to seep into him. What was it? As he heard shouting, he could not make out the words, but something was calling out to him. Shouting for him to see it, but he could not see it. What was it? He stepped towards the wall, only to place a hand on it as he was blown back. He was thrown and smashed through several trees for finally coming to a stop in the clearing. Unnaturally though, he didn't feel any pain. His body felt completely numb. He heard this screaming once again. Only thing he heard was shouting, but the words were fumbled up. He couldn't tell exactly what it was saying. Who the hell was it? What was it, he thought? as he saw a silhouette of someone standing there. Someone smashing their fist against a strange platform. The silhouette was beating it over and over with his fist. It was cracking, it was breaking. Power, silver chakra started to seep through as it slammed into Naruto. As Naruto felt it, this thing anger, this thing pain, this thing rage. The power was enormous. Something that he never felt before, even while he was using his Rinnegan. This was beyond what he's ever used. Could someone really possess power like this? Was this some sort of god or demigod or something? What the hell was it? As Naruto stepped back in fear, he didn't understand what it was. On the other side, Osusuke Naruto was beating his fist on the seal. His body was being electrocuted every few seconds, trying to push him away from the seal, but he was smashing it, trying to break free. As it was getting weaker and weaker by the day, and first time in history he has seen his other half in here with him. Somehow he was pulled into the seal as well. For them to touch, to reunite, to become one. That was all that he needed. But the seal was not budging. As he was trying and trying, but there was still a piece of it holding on that was stopping him from breaking free. Suddenly, he watched his other half vanish. He dropped to his knees, cursing. He knew it would only be a matter of time before it broke, but he still hated being trapped. After what he went through, trapped like some mere animal sealed away for so long. The thought of being trapped ever again, it just pissed him off to no end. He hated being trapped, he hated being somewhere against his will. He was sealed away in that box for so long, while it tore his humanity apart. It ripped him to shreds. Sealed away his chakra, everything, his personality. It just made him so much more angrier. Hagoromo, Hamura, they will rue the day when he break out. Yes, they will understand what they've caused. It's only a matter of time now. Back in the real world, Naruto jumped to his feet. Literally jumping off the bed, cold sweat all over his body. What the hell was that? That power was now gone. He could no longer feel it. But whatever it was, it felt so filled with hate and anger. It felt so dark and twisted. It made him felt rage, fear, anxiety, everything twisted into one. Whatever that thing was. Why? Was he seeing it? What even was it? He sat back down in the bed. Things were just becoming more stranger and stranger as the time went on. Just what in the world was going on? Meanwhile, a distance away from the building, Zetsu was watching. He woke up. Zetsu was so close. But he woke up, so he had to flee. Zetsu still did not know the whole situation yet. When it came to the boy, he had no idea who he was. If it was really Naruto Osusuke, from what he got from his mother, the information about her son, Naruto, would already bring this world to shambles. He would have already collected the Bijus. Mother would have already been back. From what he got from mother, Naruto's ideals was the same as hers. He hated humans. He thought of them as inferior beings. At the moment, he didn't believe that was Naruto Osusuke. So, getting too close to him would mean, well, something bad. Zetsu felt the power earlier. It was that power. But it was not him. It was like it was two different persons, but it was the same power. As he wondered what was going on, he had to do some more investigating. But at the moment, he could not interact with him directly. Because if this turned out to be someone else that, well, see him, to find that he was a part of their casket, take his sister, that boy could annihilate him without even thinking. Time skip. Sasuke groaned. As it was late in the afternoon, even Sasuke was getting fed up at all of this. As Jiraiya sighed, as Mito sighed as well, as Naruto was just standing there, tapping his foot on the ground. Are you sure you're a world-class spy master? So now you're doubting my skills, said Jiraiya. Of course I am, said Naruto. Even Sasuke is tired of this bullshit. I mean, Sasuke. He usually is just, well, compliant in being passive with everything, but even he's tired of this crap. Where is this old hag? You might want to start acting differently before you meet her. What do you mean? Well, given your attitude, you know what? Never mind, Jiraiya said. He would like to see the kid get the crap beaten out of him by Tsunade. And he knew that Mito wouldn't allow Naruto to fight her back. Because if he comes up to it, he believed that Naruto could beat Tsunade, yes. He believed that. Years of her just going around and not training. He didn't believe that she kept up with her training at all. But Naruto was able to stand toe-to-toe with the ATL Aksabi. Not to mention the Raikage. He wasn't so sure if he could defeat Naruto himself, and that was bad. Because if this kid ever decided to go rogue, turn evil, who on this earth that can stop him? Jiraiya did not know. The kid seemed to have limitless potential. Naruto snapped his finger for the Jiraiya's face. Hey, are you daydreaming about something? Naruto asked. No, Jiraiya said, just thinking. As Naruto heard his stomach rumble, I'm hungry. As he started to walk off. Yeah, let's go get something to eat, said Mito. Come on, Sasuke. Hey, not inviting me, Jiraiya asked. Oh, I thought you were going to go and gather some information previously, she said. Nah, I guess I'll get something to eat as well. As they made their way to a bar, they enter. No one really paid attention to them. It was a bar and a restaurant at the same time. Jiraiya blinked as he paused, causing Mito to look at him. What's wrong? Huh. Seem we have struck luck. Over toward the side, there was a girl there. She was holding on to a pig. She had black hair and black eyes. She was wearing a black battle kimono with a purple obi wrapped around the waist. And she had a small smile on her face, but she seemed to be a bit unpleased by the situation that was going on. And that was the blonde beside her. The first thing that Naruto noticed was her chest. Huh. They were even bigger than Samui's girl. As he had taken a note of that. But these ones are even bigger. The blonde had a diamond on her forehead, red lipstick, and bright brown eyes. As she was wearing a green cloak, a blue obi wrapped around her waist, dark blue pants, and a necklace. The woman looked up. Jiraiya? Ah, Tsunade, Jiraiya said. Funny meeting you here. What the hell are you doing here? Well, I was around the neighborhood as Jiraiya came over and slid into the booth. Mito slid in next. Then Sasuke, as Naruto stood at the end. Shizune gave them a friendly smile, which some of them returned, as Naruto was busy glancing around the bar. Huh? Did you take on a new Genin team or something? Asked Natty. No, these are just my accomplice. To help me to achieve my task that I'm currently undertaking. Oh, and what's that? Why don't we drink? Well, that would be nice. Order some more sake, she said, as she took out the bottle of sake and started to drink. Hey, wanna play some cards? Jiraiya asked. As he pulled a deck of cards. Sure, why not, she said. Jiraiya started to share cards between them. Hello there, said Mito. Oh, hello. My name is Mito Uzumaki. I am Shizune Kato. This is Sasuke Uchiha. And this is Naruto Uzumaki. Shizune's eyes widened at that. Even Tsunade's eyes narrowed. Ah yes, you heard, said Jiraiya. Huh. About the kid. That was supposed to be some sort of legend. That he even took out the Raikage and the ATL Jinchuriki on his own. Yes, I've heard. So you're that brat, huh? So you heard about me, said Naruto. Yes, I did. So tell me, what makes you so special? Don't know, said Naruto. And what do you mean by that? Exactly what I said. I don't know. Well, keep your damn secret, said Tsunade. So Jiraiya, why the hell are you here? Sensei is dead. I already know that. You're not the first one to visit me from my past. Jiraiya narrowed his eyes at that, but he did not. Go on it. I'm here to bring you back to the village for you to become the fifth Hokage, he said, wasting no time. Tsunade burst out laughing. You're joking, right? As she started to laugh even more. You want me to take that job? Right after Sensei just died from doing it. He risked his life to protect the village, said Mito. That is a duty of a Hokage. Well, that's a goddamn stupid duty. Why the hell would I want to become a Hokage? It's nothing but a pointless job. that will get you killed soon enough. After all, if you haven't noticed, all of the former leaders are dead. But it is your job to be a job, said Snazzy. Being Hokage is nothing but a waste of time, and a stupid position. Don't insult them, said Mito. How can you just stand there and say something like that? After your own sensei risked his life and is now dead. Well, that's his fault for taking that stupid position in the first place. After the fourth had died, he should have just hung up the title. There he goes, risking his life to save that stupid village. And you really think I'll go back there? Stop saying those things! Huh? What's your problem, brat? It's my dream to become Hokage one day, and I won't stand here and have you insult the Hokages like that, said Mito, losing her temper. Sasuke was surprised. Mito was usually the calm one, but here she was losing her temper. Well, it doesn't matter. That job is just a waste of time that get people killed, and all of the Hokages are a fool. My father was definitely not a fool, said Mito, snapping at her eyes. Father? She glanced towards Jiraiya, who simply sighed, as Snazzy took a good look. She then glanced back towards Naruto. She, remember, hearing that question, was pregnant from Jiraiya himself, who had asked her to come back and help with the delivery. She knew that they were dating. After all, Jiraiya had been talking about it, well, with them, when they were a team back then. Other people did not know because it was a secret, as she realized now. So these are the brats. As she noticed right here. Yes, it all makes sense now. Huh. Well, your father was a fool as well. He also risked his life for the village. All Hokage seem to love doing that, and they are just damn fools. Mito had enough as he was about to get up, only for Sasuke to hold onto her hand. Easy, he said. For once, I'm being the rational one here. You always pull me back from the edge. I should do the same. Mito took a deep breath before releasing. Jiraiya glanced towards Naruto. Up to this point, he has been really silent, as he was just looking at Snazzy. Suddenly, his staff materialized in his hand. It happened so quickly. In her drunken stupor, she couldn't react fast enough. As Naruto tapped Snazzy right on the forehead, it broke her genjutsu. As her face changed, it became shriveled up and unpleasant, showing her true age. Jiraiya's eyes widened, not because of Snazzy's true age, but because, well, she was pissed off. The woman looked towards Naruto as she looked at her hands. She quickly activated her genjutsu as she returned back to normal. I was wondering why you were so, well, normal, said Naruto. After all, if you were the same age as Purvis' age, you should be rather old. So that's it. Hide your appearance by using a genjutsu. Huh. It seems like Purvis' age is the only one that doesn't want to remain young forever. Your snake friend looked too young for his age. And you. Naruto couldn't get to finish that last sentence as Snazzy's fist smashed into his face. His body was sent sailing to the other half of the bar, breaking through the wall without any composure. Snazzy was on her feet, her face blood red. I'm gonna kill that brat, she said. How dare he did something like that to her, as she leaped forward only for chains to wrap her on her wrists. She glanced towards the chains to realize. As she turned back to Mito, I won't let you hurt my brother. Huh. So she got cushioning ability. I'm afraid this can't stop me. As she pulled, Mito was yanked by the momentum. For once, she was being yanked away with her chains. She quickly pulled them back and released them off of Snazzy's wrist, as Snazzy shot through the hole. Jiraiya sighed. He knew that their attitudes would clash. He never expected Naruto to go on and do something like that. Jiraiya reached into his pouch and pulled out a sealing tag. Jiraiya-sama, what is that? Well, those two are like flames. If you leave them for too long, they will get out of control and burn everything in sight. And this is the only way I think I can stop it, said Jiraiya as they all made their way outside. Sasuke seeing how quick this was escalating and it was going too far. As he knew Naruto, he would take it too far once again. Tsunade made her way outside fuming. She was red in the face as Naruto pulled himself out of the crater. You know, this is probably the 100th time I'm destroying property, he said, as he got to his feet. You know, you're not what I expected. As Tsunade looked towards him, I don't care if you're some sort of project or some sort of new age of shinobi or whatever. You're gonna pay, she said. What, for showing your true age in her to ask? As her face became red once again with embarrassment. Come on, you're old. Why not accept that? She leaped forward. Boom, her fist destroyed the ground, but he already leaped away. You know, I let you hit me on purpose. I heard about your legendary super strength. I wanted to see it in action for myself. But I'm not impressed. Well then, stay still, and let's see if I can impress you. Tsunade shot forward once again, all for Naruto to jump away as her feet destroyed the ground. As Naruto sighed, "You're drunk," he said. "You're nothing but a drunk old hag that is just pissed off and angry at the world. Well, that's not gonna help you. And it will be a waste to fight you right now. Why not? Scared? Nah, if you're gonna be the Hokage someday, it will be bad for me to literally beat the crap out of you. After all, what would I say of your strength? And Konoha's strength entirely? Would they all be focused on me? The one person can save them from all their tragedy? I don't think so. Ninjas need to work and train for themselves. And not some shiny knight or something like that. Huh, you think everyone is gonna rely on you? Well, if it wasn't for me, the entire village would be nothing at this moment. After all, who else could have stopped a Biju bomb like that? I mean, they had to give me my props. But yeah, I'm not gonna be there shining armor or something like that. So that's the reason I want you to just calm down. I just want to see what you truly look like. I mean, I know you couldn't look that young, after all you're perfect age. Or the same age technically. So, can you calm down for us to have a suitable conversation? I recently did some things that caused a lot of property damage, so don't want to start with anything again. Well, I don't care what the hell you're babbling about. I'm still gonna hurt you, brat. Naruto sighed as Tsunade rushed forward. A few seconds later, Jiraiya and the others arrived. As Jiraiya looked around, large craters were in the ground. As he turned, he saw Naruto as he rushed over. What the hell happened? Where's Tsunade? He asked. Naruto pointed upwards, and there she was, hanging from a building. As Naruto turned his staff into a rope, it was wrapped around her stomach, and also, a part of it wrapped around her mouth to keep her silent. She was cursed of a storm. But, given that the staff suppressed her chakra, not to the point to drain her or drop her genjutsu. But she couldn't do anything at the moment, she was just up there hanging. Jiraiya sighed, he just made it a lot more worse. Look, I tried to start things out suitably. I mean, I did make a promise. Yeah, you did, said Mito. Yeah, I said that I was going to watch what I do from now on, but she just kept on coming, so I had to put her in her place. Shizune looked up. It seems that the rumors were not false. This boy was indeed something special. Time skip. Tsunade was drinking along with Jiraiya. As the both of them were just there alone, Tsunade was still furious. But after agreeing that Naruto wouldn't be there, and agreeing that he would buy her 5 bottles of sake, she calmed down. She was still pissed off, but once Naruto was in her sight, it didn't bother her so much anymore. I'm not taking the job. Come on, Tsunade, at least think about it, he said. You're the only one suitable for it at the moment. Why don't you meet that little brat, the Hokage? He's strong, isn't he? Well, although strong, he does have the mindset, and what it takes to become Hokage at the moment. Tsunade sighed. I'm never going back there, Jiraiya. Well, I can't leave without getting a yes from you. So I guess I have to stay here as well. You know, Naruto has a temper. When things are taking too long, he might end up just dragging you back to Konoha. What? Well, you know he's powerful. He can, you know. And you really think I'm gonna stand up and let it happen? Well, he did tie you up earlier, and you lost. That was a mistake. I was drunk, okay? But it's not gonna happen again. Well then I guess we have all the time in the world to just sit back and relax. Suddenly, Mito came inside. Did she agree? Look, Brat, I'm not gonna become Hokage no matter what. That job, as I said, is not for me. They're just fools. Mito took in a deep breath as she released. Hey, I heard you're a gambling person. Why don't we make a bet, she said. Huh? Said Snatty. Well, somehow for me to get you back to the village. If I win, you come back. And if I lose, well, you don't see your face again. Well, a bet is more better. Yes, I'll agree to a bet. But if you lose, all of you have to give me the money you have on you right now. Including you, Jiraiya. As Jiraiya looked at her. What? I need gambling money, she said. What do you have in mind, Brat? She asked. Mito scratched her head, as she didn't know. Something then clicked. The Rasengan, she said. Huh? My father created a technique, and I've been working on it. As she held out her hand, as the chakra started to spin, but it was unstable. She quickly dispersed it before it could explode like last time. Give me a week, and I'll complete the Rasengan. And if I do, you have to come back with us. Huh, Jiraiya, you taught her that. I get her brother, but her. You should stop making kids delusional. I just need a week, said Mito. You know what? Fine. Your father took 3 years to master that jutsu. It even took the pervert here months. So I want to see you master it in one single week. And if you don't, remember, everything is mine. Jiraiya looked at Mito. He gave her a nod. Yeah, she said. Snatty simply smiled. There's no way the brat can do this. As she looked through the window, she saw Naruto standing there, talking to Shizune. She really hated that brat. Meanwhile, Orochimaru was currently in the neighborhood. After all, he came to find Snatty. He was not in Tanzuka, but there was a hill steeping down over the village where he was watching. As he was waiting for the time for Snatty to heal his arms. He was not the only person though. A distance away was Zetsu, as he needed to find a proper way to find out if that was real Naruto Sasuke. Or if he wasn't, he needed to remind him who he was, because there was no mistaking it. That was the power. But once he's back, he doesn't need the Akatsuki anymore. As his brother, Zetsu smirked. After all, he was mother's son as well, so his brother could help him, and both of them could bring back mother. This is all he hoped for. I hope you remember everything soon, brother. Because I'm coming. But guys, be instant to right here. If you want this part, do like, subscribe, comment, no below, and turn on the bell notifications to posted. But more for now, see you guys soon. Peace.